Today I want to talk about emotional sovereignty, and I'm probably going to do a whole workshop on this topic, but it's very front of mind right now, so I feel like I need to do a quick video on it. So, sovereignty is being in your own power, being in your own freedom, your own ability to make decisions from within yourself without external influence, right? So a lot of us have really lost our sovereignty. And we're making decisions because if we don't do it a certain way, someone else is going to feel bad. If we don't follow this rule, we might get in trouble. If we leave a job, it's not going to look good on our resume, right? We're making all these decisions based on a lot of external factors that are not a reflection of our real, true internal world. And so when we're making these decisions from all these conflicting and viewpoints and outside narratives and agendas that really do not have our highest good as the focus, we end up losing ourselves, and we end up losing our sovereignty, and we end up losing our freedom. And in losing your sovereignty and your freedom, you lose your happiness, you lose your joy, you lose your ability to move through life connected to your intuition and following your soul path. And that's why we're seeing such an epidemic of anxiety, depression, emotional eating, substance abuse, all these spaces, workaholism, all these spaces where people are feeling so out of balance. So how do you come back into emotional sovereignty? You cut out all the outside noise. And the way you do that is to get really firm in your boundaries. And that's a hard thing to do because it means you're going to have to start saying no to people. It means you're going to have to start letting people down. It means you're going to have to start upsetting people. It means you're going to have to start saying, fuck the rules. My resume doesn't really matter. My credit score doesn't really matter, right? We're trapped and locked into all of these societal programs that say things have to be a certain way. But they don't. They really don't have to be a certain way. The only way that things need to be is the way that feels right in your heart. So we've got to let go of the societal programming. We have to let go of the generational programming that comes to our family that says we're supposed to behave and act and be and do in certain ways. We have to let go of what our spouse or partner thinks we should be doing. We have to let go of the rules that society puts on us that says you have to go to school, get a job, get married, have a family, save for retirement, stay in the same job for 30 years or whatever. You don't have to do any of those things. You don't have to do a single one of those things. And really, the more you start following your own emotional guidance system and start clearing out that outside noise, the happier you're going to be, and the more you're going to attract the things that you really want, the jobs that you want, the relationships that you want, the money that you want, the experiences in life that you want. The more you start connecting to your higher self and getting tapped into your soul mission, your soul purpose, then everything's going to start to flow for you. And you're going to start, and when you create these boundaries and you stop listening to the outside noise, you create this emotional freedom for yourself. Emotional freedom is so powerful because you can make your own decisions. When you are emotionally tied to someone else or something else, it's extremely painful because the emotions are a guidance system. The emotions tell us when we're out of soul alignment. Right? So when you start to experience a negative emotion, you have to go, ooh, I'm out of soul alignment. What is this emotion trying to tell me? So let's use job as an example. Or if you're in a job that you hate, it's painful, it's gut-wrenching, it's exhausting, it's sucking your soul, it is just making you feel really fatigued, it's asking you to do things that you don't feel are right, but you can't leave. Ask yourself, why can't I leave? Are you afraid of what your resume will look like? Are you afraid of what your family will think? Are you afraid that the universe will not provide for you and you won't have enough money? Are you afraid that you've invested all this time and money in an education for this kind of job and you've realized, well, this job is not what I want at all? Ask yourself, what programs are keeping you locked into a space that is not right for you? And the sooner you can get to the point of recognizing that you have given up your emotional sovereignty, you've given up your freedom to all these external rules, the quicker you can free yourself from the chains of all this programming and all this external noise. Okay? And as you start to step into emotional sovereignty and complete and total freedom in your life, some people are going to kick and scream about that because they don't like it, because you're no longer placating them. You're no longer playing their games. You're no longer dropping down into their vibration and feeding them your energy. When you get real serious about your boundaries, how you want to be treated, how you want to be financially compensated, how you want to feel on a daily basis, how you want to spend your time, and you work towards removing all the crap holding you down, and you start to raise your vibration and raise your vibration, people are going to see you coming up. People are going to see you looking different, being different, acting different. And they're going to go, oh, well, no. You need to come back down here and do things the way I say you need to do them. You need to come back down here and check yourself. You can't do that. That's reckless. You can't do that. That's not the right way to do it. You can't do that. You'll never be happy. That'll never work out for you. Clear all of that out. You got to start clearing all this low vibration, 3D, dense, fear-based, control-based stuff out. And keep pulling yourself higher and higher in your own vibration by following your emotional guidance system. By figuring out, I'm not happy in this relationship, but why won't I leave? What are the fear-based systems that are holding you there and telling you that you need to stay? Is there some belief system or programming that says you have to stay in one relationship forever? Is there some fear-based programming that says you're a failure if you move from relationship to relationship over your life or job to job? Is there some fear-based system holding you back from taking a trip, not engaging in certain medical activities, not take it down to a basic level of not responding to emails, to cries for attention, to text messages, to DMs that are trying to be critical, or that are trying to control you, or that are trying to pull you into some drama, right? Why do we feel we have to engage with these things? Why do we feel we have to engage with people who want to drop our vibration and suck our energy? Because we've been programmed to believe that we have to take care of everyone else's emotions before ours. We've given up our emotional sovereignty. We've given up our emotional freedom. So take it back. Start saying no. Start disappointing people. Start quitting jobs. Start breaking up relationships. Start ending friendships. Start cutting those cords that are holding you back from really being authentic in yourself. And you know why it's so hard to cut those cords? Because we use those cords as a lifeline. Because when we cut those cords and we come back to emotional sovereignty, we've got to feel everything that's in there. And there's a lot of pain in us. A lot of pain in every single one of us. And so when we start to cut those cords, we have to come back and we have to witness our own suffering and our own pain. But the thing of it is, when you come back and you witness that pain, and you make friends with it, and you work with your shadow, that's wherein the freedom lies. That's really where the freedom lies. Because once you can begin to integrate big parts of your own shadow, then you understand the shadow, and nobody can take you down. Nobody can take you out with their shadow. So this is a big topic. Like I said, I'm probably going to do a whole workshop on this, but emotional freedom and sovereignty in your own space are really, really important if you want to create the life of your dreams. This is the work I've been doing for years, but especially in the last year and a half, is really cutting all those programs out, really cutting all those false beliefs that I owe other people things, that I owe a job, that I owe a relationship, that I owe a family member, that I owe a friend. The only person you owe is yourself. That is sovereignty. Coming back to yourself as an extension of God's source creator and recognizing that by putting yourself first, you are putting light first. You are putting divinity first. And your direct connection to divinity is the most powerful thing. That is your sovereignty. It doesn't come from anywhere else but inside. It's an inside job. All right, so more to come on this topic. I hope that this inspired you to start making some decisions that are for you and nobody else. And drop any questions in the comments if you have them or any feedback. I'd love to hear from you guys.